Heading into match number 3 over in the Copa America, and the United States are on the brink of elimination on their dress rehearsal for the World Cup in 2026. Can they get something against Uruguay? We're going to get into it. All of it next. That's right, folks, back once again with another match preview. Looking forward to Group C encounter between the United States and Uruguay. That's right. We'll get into all of that in a minute. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe button. Your one-stop shop for Copa America is right here under one Rooski. The USA are on the brink of elimination, courtesy of a bit of a shambolic performance in the last match against Panama. We'll talk all about that in a minute, of course. Big shout out again, once again, to the VIPs. They are the patrons. You know who you are. And again, if you're new, smash that like. 50 likes if you don't mind. Smash your subscribe if you're brand new. Let's, of course, jump into this one and talk a little bit about this one then, shall we? Let's talk about the game first and foremost. It is the USA. It is Uruguay. And they're coming at you over in Group C. That's right. Let's take a look at it. USA, been here 5 times in the past. They've never bettered a 4th place finish back in 95, 2016. Their manager, Greg Berhalter, is, of course, at the helm. Pulisic, Starman, they are in Group C. 11-8 they were at the start of the competition to win the group, to qualify 7-1 on, right? And they also had odds at 12-1 to win this competition. Those odds now dramatically blown out the water, 25-1. My prediction was a final. I did expect them to go to the final in this competition, but they are 11th in the world at the moment. Let me have a quick look at the situation for them. Let's take a look at that. To qualify from this group, 6-5 now. The odds to win the group are 33-1. Goodness gracious me. It is looking pretty much grim times right now. And I'm not sure how it's going to work in the grand scheme of things. But let's take a look at it. The resume so far. They did open up with a 2-0 win over Bolivia. And then they followed that up with a 2-1 loss to Panama. Oh my gosh. And they set themselves up with a bit of a ding-dong affair up against Uruguay. Where I don't even know. Maybe the goal deficit against Panama, maybe the blessing in disguise here, but a draw probably could not be enough. You know, realistically, Panama look pretty good at this moment in time. In fact, they are favoured. They are favoured to beat USA into qualifying into the last 8. Take a look at the key personnel there for the US of A. We've got the likes of Matt Turner. We've got Carter's Vickers, Ream. We've got Tyler Adams, McKinney. Timothy Weir was the man who did get a red card in that last game against Panama, so he will not be involved. But maybe we'll see the likes of Aronson or Pepe to get in amongst it as well. Let's take a look at my 11 then for this game. We have mixing up a little bit, and we're going to throw in the likes of Josh Sargent. We've got Turner between the sticks, Robinson, Tim Ream, Chris Richards, Joseph Scally, Giovanni Reyna, Weston McKinney, Tyler Adams, Pulisic, the face of the place, Sargent, and Balogun, who did get the goal against Panama in the most recent match. But their opposition today is a bit of a heavyweight, and they're looking pretty good right now. It is Uruguay, who've been here 45 times in the past. They've won it 15 times. That's a record. 15 times. Marcelo Bielsa is the manager, the starman. Valverde from midfield. Group C is the venue right now. They had odds at the start of the competition to win this group 4-3 on. Those odds are now 200-1 on. That's right. Goodness gracious. We to qualify 20-1. They've already qualified. They're in the quarterfinals. They will be there. And they win the whole thing. They've got odds of 5-1 at the start of the tournament. Those odds now shrunk a little bit to 4-1. They've got to navigate a Brazil and an Argentina at the moment to be in that top 2 to go the distance. My expectation was a semi-final spot for Uruguay. They're currently ranked 15th in the world according to the rankings. Let's take a look at their run-in. It looks like this, and it's pretty stellar. Look at that, 8 goals scored in the 2 competitions, in the 2 matches. Bielsa ball is cooking up a treat. 3-1 win over Panama, a 5-0 demolition job of Bolivia. Are they going to go full kilt against the USA? Even if they don't go full kilt, I'm looking at Bolivia here. Bolivia's wide open. Panama should be going through. To qualify. And I don't think a draw is going to be enough for the United States. I think they have to win this game. And at the moment, I cannot see it. I cannot bloody see it. Let's take a look at it then, shall we? These are the key personnel for Uruguay heading into this one. We like some Rocher at the back. Jimenez there, Valverde, Bentancur, Valverde. We got Ugarte, Martinez, Luis Suarez, Nunez, we've got all of them in there. Palestri. What about the start of the 11 then for this match? Let's take a closer look at it. Its glory. We're going to go with this. We've got Rocher, Vina, Caceres, Jimenez, Aurelio Valverde, Ugarte, Aurelio De La Cruz, Palestri, and Nunez. Now, the only saving grace I could say for this is Uruguay are qualified, and at the moment they're looking good to top this group with that goal difference being so massive. So they might take it easy against their hosts. But realistically, on paper, the USA don't deserve to get through to the quarterfinals following that shambolic loss to the Panama, which of course has blown this group wide open. Yeah, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I just think it's looking pretty grim at this moment for them. But unless Bolivia show up and cause some problems, but it's looking pretty unlikely at the moment. Let's take a look then at the match itself. Let's take they're going to meet at the July the 1st at Arrowhead Stadium. USA with Berhalter in the dugout, Uruguay with Bielsa. They play each other twice, and in those two matches, they both ended up as draws. That's stretching all the way back to 2019, and both of those games were in the USA, so you kind of get a familiar theme going on here. The most recent match was back in June 2022, before Bielsa ball, I imagine. It was a 0-0 draw. USA, 58% form for them right now, just one win in the last four. Up against the Uruguay side, just 3 wins on the bounce, just 3 wins. 67% form for them heading into this one. As for the bookies, they are going with 29-20 is the USA, 2-1 is Uruguay, 11-5 is the draw. So for whatever reason, it looks like the USA may be favoured in this game. I'm not too sure. I'm not sure what that's all about. But the public vote is going overwhelmingly so, and quite a lot of votes in this one. 76% are backing Uruguay, and the USA is just at 18. And the draw is a measly 6. Now, what about me on this one? Now, this will be the toughest game of the competition for Uruguay, and also a very difficult mountain to climb for the United States. I think they've already kind of set up their scenario here. They have to win this game to get anything anywhere near those knockout stages, and it would be an embarrassment and an absolute shambles for the USA to not make it through. So I'm going to go big picture for a second, but a little bit of a rant here. Now, I am based here in the USA, down in deepest, darkest Georgia, the state. And I think the USA have a cracking set of players, a real good bunch of players, realistically top 10 set of players. And I think when the World Cup comes around in 2026, I think the USA can challenge, but they will not challenge under this managerialship. This guy, Greg Berhalter, is not the man to drive USA forward. Yes, he's an American national coach, and of course he's traditional and he goes back way back when. But realistically, the USA need a catastrophe such as this, hosting the Copa America in their backyard, to be eliminated at the group stages for hopefully the US men's national team, organization, association, whatever you want to call it, to realize what the heck have we done here, and maybe force him out of the job, get him out of the job, and get somebody in that's world class to have this once in a billion opportunity to have a World Cup in your backyard and drive this nation deep into the competition and not be eliminated as an embarrassment at the early stages. You should have been pissing through this group easy. Yes, Uruguay are difficult, but you got Bolivia, you got Panama. This should have been a walk in the park. And at the moment, you're crashing out. And I was hoping the USA could get to a final in their backyard. I thought they could actually have a crack at this, but they've been made up, shown up, and I think now is the time that USA and the fans and whatever get into this, get their teeth sunk into it and say, get them out, get somebody in. There's a lot of world-class managers out there that may have had their cake and eat it in club level, and they're looking for an international job such as this. You've got the money, pay your man, get a good manager in, and you can take this USA deep into their own competition and make this country believe that they have a quality football nation on their hands, not just in the women's game, but in the men's game. You've got the personnel, you've got the facilities, you've even got a qualification. You don't even have to qualify for your own World Cup. Just get it done, get them out. And then on that note, they're going to lose this one. 2-1 win. I was going to back them. I was going to get them something out of this game, but a draw doesn't mean shit. It doesn't mean shit. Even if USA played the kids, even if Uruguay played the kids, they will not get anything out of this game. So I say goodbye to the USA. They're done. Uruguay will go through top bins, and Panama will just get a nice result against Bolivia and see themselves through into the last 8. USA going home. Shambles. Sack your manager. Get them out. Get them gone, and of course, get ready for a World Cup that you actually have a chance to win in. Not necessarily win, but you might even have a chance to win it in your own fight if you get it right. But right now, you're an absolute joke. Get them out and get somebody else in. Until then, subscribe, smash the like. I'll catch you later. But until then, we're done.